So let's just settle into a nice, comfortable seated posture. Take a nice deep breath. If you're sitting with your feet down on the floor, have them at about a hip's width apart and in a parallel position. Toes pointed forward. Shoulders are aligned with the hips. And as best you can, your ears aligned with your shoulders. Imagine your spine is just this beautiful string of pearls of light that stretches from the base of the spine, the coccyx, all the way up through the crown of the head and beyond. So you don't really have to force yourself to sit up in a way. You're just lengthening and just imagining somebody's above the crown of your head, just very gently, pulling on that string, stretching it. So even thinking that you might find your spine feels a little longer. Then go to the crown of the head and notice if you can feel any sensation there at all. Maybe you can't. There might be a little bit of tingling or just see what you feel. And then allow a little softening to come into the crown of the head and the face, starting with the forehead, the eyes. You can relax the back of the eyes if you like, the nose, the cheeks, and the mouth, and the jaw, back of the tongue. The base of the skull, the occipital area, is where we hold a lot of tension. So just relax that as best you can. Just imagine the back of the neck and the shoulders. Allow the shoulder blades to drop. Relax your throat and your chest and your belly and all of your limbs. Relax your hands, feet, your fingers, and your toes. Take a nice deep breath. Notice the sounds in your environment. So here on the West Coast, we're waking up. So is the forest. And just allow the sounds to be there, trying not to follow with the mind. And just try and be a little aware about what's going on in the mind this morning. And what I love about a morning meditation is that my mind hasn't really kicked into gear yet. So it's a little bit easier. Should just notice what's arising, particularly for those of you on the East Coast, because you may have already engaged in emails, phone calls, etc., etc. So it's just a matter of reeling the mind back in. And just allow the thoughts to arise and abide. Trying not to follow the story. And just notice whether you're ruminating, whether you're creating some kind of fantasy. And what's the texture of your thoughts? Color. Just take a step back and watch with curiosity in the same way as scientists would watch an experiment. And bring to mind now all these people we have in our life. And you can start with those ones you love. The ones you care about, the ones you worry for. And then there's those people in our life we kind of wish weren't there. Or, we have aversion, we tend to push them away. And then there's our strangers. And just have this awareness that they can all change place. These relationships really are interchangeable. And regardless of how we feel about each individual, they're all equal in their wish to be happy, their wish to be free from suffering, and having this extraordinary capacity for this, enlightened mind. So we'll do this medicine Buddha practice this morning with the mantra for the benefit of all these people of our life, and by extension, all sentient beings. And for the people here who are healing, and, that's Amy healing, and Coral's granddaughter. For anyone else you may know, Mary's mum. If I was to go around the Zoom room, probably every single person in this room has someone with something right now. So I'll share the image of the medicine Buddha. The mantra is in the chat. Mary very kindly put it in there. So if you don't know the mantra, please just go to the chat for the common pronunciation. So you can imagine this medicine Buddha above the crown of your head. And he's facing the same way as you. And he's sitting on a moon disk, and it's resting at the center of an open lotus. And he has his legs crossed in the full Vajra posture, and that is each foot over the opposite thigh. And his body is made of this beautiful blue light. So, a few years ago, Rinpoche started, on all the texts they talk about lapis lazuli, I think it's from Tibetan, but Rinpoche started talking about sapphire. And I suspect, I don't actually know, but I suspect it was something to do more with the crystalline and reflective nature of sapphire. So imagine, because this is light we're thinking about. So imagine you've got this blue light body above the crown of your head, and it's radiating light. And Buddha's right hand rests on his right knee in the gesture of granting sublime realization. So he has the back of the right hand on his knee with the fingers pointing down towards the lotus, and his thumb and his forefinger, he's holding the stem of a medicine plant. His left hand is in his lap in the gesture of concentration. So that's just with the palm facing upwards. And he's holding a bowl filled with the nectar. This is also made of blue light. He's wearing the 3 saffron robes of a monk and has all the signs and marks of a fully enlightened Buddha. His face is peaceful and smiling, and he's looking at all living beings in the universe equally. with compassion and loving kindness, accepting you just as you are, however it is you've turned up today. No judgment. So we'll spend a minute or two just imagining this Buddha above the crown of the head, and understand that he is the embodiment of all enlightened beings and their sublime qualities: love and compassion, creativity, intelligence, and feel this kind of peace and compassion emanating from him above the crown of your head. It's just enough to know it's there. Maybe you don't have the whole picture in your head. And you can also imagine this is the mind of your teacher manifesting in this form for your benefit. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. We'll just do the 4 immeasurables. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. This includes your friends, enemies, and strangers. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment and anger that hold some close and others distant. To the Bhagawan, Tathagata, Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, medicine guru, king of sapphire light, I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. May your vow to benefit sentient beings now ripen for myself and others. To the Bhagawan, Tathagata, Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, medicine guru, king of sapphire light, I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. May your vow to benefit sentient beings now ripen for myself and others. To the Bhagawan, Tathagata, Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, medicine guru, king of sapphire light, I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. May your vow to benefit sentient beings now ripen for myself and others. Now imagine infinite rays of radiant white light flowing down from the heart and the body of the medicine Buddha. And this light fills your whole body and purifies all the diseases and afflictions due to spirits. And the cause of these problems, your delusions, mental obscurations, and negative karmic seeds. So all these negativities, it just all leaves your body in the form of thick black liquid, like engine oil, and your body becomes as clean and clear as crystal. And so at the same time, you can also imagine all the other beings are being purified in the same way. Om TAYATHA, BHEKANDZYE, BHEKANDZYE, MAHA BHEKANDZYE, BHEKANDZYE, RADZA SAMUDGATE SOHA, TAYATHA, BHEKANDZYE, BHEKANDZYE, MAHA BHEKANDZYE, BHEKANDZYE, RADZA SAMUDGATE SOHA, TAYATHA BHEKANDZYE BHEKANDZYE MAHA BHEKANDZYE BHEKANDZYE RADZA SAMUDGATE SOHA TAYATHA BHEKANDZYE BHEKANDZYE MAHA BHEKANDZYE BHEKANDZYE RADZA SAMUDGATE SOHA TAYATHA BHEKANDZYE BHEKANDZYE MAHA BHEKANDZYE BHEKANDZYE RADZA SAMUDGATE SOHA TAYATHA BHEKANDZYE BHEKANDZYE MAHA BHEKANDZYE BHEKANDZYE RADZA SAMUDGATE SOHA. So now this time imagine golden light flowing from the medicine Buddha, fills your body again and brings all the realizations of the path to enlightenment and all the qualities of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. So you can imagine the same thing happens to all the other beings and really feel that you and all these other beings have actually received all of these excellent qualities: compassion, love, wisdom, understanding of the way things are truly existing. And there's an absence of all of this kind of uncomfortable feelings. And imagine you've actually received all the blessings and the inspiration of the medicine Buddha. Om TAYATHA BHEKANDZYE BHEKANDZYE MAHA BHEKANDZYE BHEKANDZYE RADZA SAMUDGATE SOHA TAYATHA BHEKANDZYE BHEKANDZYE MAHA BHEKANDZYE BHEKANDZYE RADZA SAMUDGATE SOHA TAYATHA BHEKANDZYE BHEKANDZYE MAHA BHEKANDZYE BHEKANDZYE RADZA SAMUDGATE SOHA TAYATHA BHEKANDZYE BHEKANDZYE MAHA BHEKANDZYE BHEKANDZYE RADZA SAMUDGATE SOHA TAYATHA BHEKANDZYE BHEKANDZYE MAHA BHEKANDZYE BHEKANDZYE RADZA SAMUDGATE SOHA TAYATHA BHEKANDZYE BHEKANDZYE MAHA BHEKANDZYE BHEKANDZYE RADZA SAMUDGATE SOHA TAYATHA BHEKANDZYE BHEKANDZYE MAHA BHEKANDZYE BHEKANDZYE RADZA SAMUDGATE SOHA. Now imagine Medicine Buddha is melting into light and absorbs into your heart. And imagine your mind becomes one with this enlightened mind of all the Buddhas. And so just let your mind rest. We'll just meditate for maybe 4 or 5 minutes in a state that's completely clear and peaceful and free from its usual busy thoughts, conceptions. And just feel that. Try and identify that as your true nature, not this other stuff that we kind of rock around the world with, all these faults that we have. So just try and move into your day with this sort of sense of who you really are at your core. So let's just dedicate all the merit, all the positive energy we've created doing this meditation to all those people of our life, and by extension, all sentient beings. Everybody, thank you so much. Lots of love. Take care, and thank you, Mary, for hosting. All right, everyone. I'll see some of you tonight. Okay, thank you. Bye.
Thank you.